No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Rebels will put toe together and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. RPO complete to open the drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you can tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Rebels want to move quickly. looking for a man. It's Lindsey. He's got him in the flat. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it right, but if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to power it in. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
3rd and goal. The offense still trying to run the football here. And how about the individual effort up front by this defender? Getting penetration and now setting up 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
The run to the left. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Using the quick game. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Kentucky right back to the line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Caught near the sticks. It's Gilmore. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Wildcats have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Offense set on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
And the Ole Miss offense will take over 1st and 10.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Two running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll give it to the back. Still running at the 40. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. To the ground. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on second down. Now improvising. With the catch, it's Watkins. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly out to the tight end.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Tight end finds a soft spot. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And the Rebels have it with a first and goal. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Kentucky, 7.
Coming out with it, it's Bennett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Turning it on! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The give to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Kentucky going quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Pulls it in. It's Tuggle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the catch. It's Washington. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some readings.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They just keep firing. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Quarterback keeps it. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. Breaks into the open. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. A first down for the offense. They want to throw it. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the right. What a play there, and he whips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. He wants to change this route. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's caught! Touchdown, Kentucky!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone, it's T. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. To the air, it's Lindsey. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it on the outside. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it from the gun. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The hurry up now, second down, caught kicking. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Pocket breaking down. He's got it down the left. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Dances away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. And you got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
A run for the quarterback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they can get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more snap coming before halftime. On the snap, it's Keys. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tees. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Grabbed in the middle, it's Watkins. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Rebels are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Looking left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. The RPO is complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws.
He wants to take the top off. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
He's looking to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 6 over UNLV. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That's caught. It's Watkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. The sure hands, it's Cunningham. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So
oh, he's got some space. The 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man. It's Washington. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. Snags it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Keys. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Ole Miss offense will take over. First and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To throw, it's Lindsey. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Open spaces. Touchdown, Rebels. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He's looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That is the score. Kentucky 35. Ole Miss 23.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Right down the middle. Connection to the right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The offense changing the play. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult, and I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Finds his man. It's Tuggle. Past the 40. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, look out the line. Touchdown, Kentucky. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He has been surgical, precision. passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Jefferson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They go to the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
At the 50. Now, fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Now the play fake. He'll throw it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Kentucky right back to the line. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. The tag. Touchdown, Wildcats. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Looking for blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And the Ole Miss offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Gonna take a shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Hit as he throws. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's the give off the left side. Still on his feet at the 45. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up, and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.